Hey everyone, and welcome back to English with Confidence. I'm Gabby.
And I'm Pedro. Today, we're going to have a little friendly debate about something I think everyone can relate to.
That's right. We're talking about vacations, specifically which is better, going to the mountains or going to the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Now, before we start, I should mention that Pedro and I have completely opposite preferences here. Pedro is totally a beach person, and I'm definitely more of a mountain girl.
Oh, absolutely. Give me sand, sun, and ocean waves any day of the week.
And I'm the complete opposite. I love fresh mountain air, hiking trails, and those stunning views from the top of a peak.
So we thought, why not have a little discussion about it? And maybe our listeners can pick a side too.
Exactly. All right, Pedro, you want to kick us off? What makes the beach so special for you?
Oh man, where do I even begin? First of all, there's something so incredibly relaxing about the sound of waves crashing on the shore. It's like nature's own white noise machine.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
Right? And then there's the whole experience of just lying on the beach, soaking up some vitamin D, feeling that warm sand between your toes. It's pure bliss.
But don't you get bored just lying there all day? I mean, what do you actually do?
Bored? Are you kidding me? There's so much to do. You can go swimming, try surfing, build sandcastles. Okay, maybe that's more for kids, but it's still fun.
Fair enough.
You can play volleyball, take long walks along the water's edge, collect seashells, and the sunsets. Oh my gosh, Gabby, beach sunsets are absolutely breathtaking.
Okay. I have to admit that beach sunsets are pretty spectacular. But you know what? Mountain sunrises are just as amazing. Picture this. You wake up early, maybe around 5:30 or 6 a.m.
5:30? That's way too early for vacation.
No, hear me out. You wake up early and you hike to this perfect viewpoint just as the sun is coming up over the mountain peaks. A whole world is quiet, the air is crisp and clean, and you feel like you're on top of the world, literally.
That does sound pretty nice.
And here's the thing about mountains that I absolutely love. Every trail is different. One day you might be hiking through a dense forest, and the next day you're scrambling over rocks with these incredible panoramic views.
But Gabby, that sounds like so much work. When I'm on vacation, the last thing I want to do is sweat and struggle to climb up some steep mountain path.
See, that's where we differ. I actually find that physical challenge really rewarding. It's like when you finally reach the summit after a tough climb, you get this incredible sense of accomplishment.
Right, I get that.
Plus, you know what's great about mountain vacations? The temperature. Even in the middle of summer, it's usually nice and cool. No need to worry about getting sunburned or overheating.
Well, now you're just being mean. That's exactly what I love about the beach, that warm, sunny weather. And come on, who doesn't want to work on their tan a little bit?
Huh. Okay, fair point. But what about when it gets too hot, like blazing hot, where you can't even touch the sand because it burns your feet?
That's what flip-flops are for, and beach umbrellas. Plus, if it gets too hot, you just jump in the ocean. Problem solved.
All right, you got me there. But you know what I love most about mountains? The wildlife. You might see deer, maybe even bears if you're lucky. From a safe distance, of course.
Bears? That doesn't sound relaxing at all. You know what wildlife I prefer? Dolphins playing in the waves, colorful fish when you go snorkeling.
Oh, that's true.
And speaking of snorkeling, that's another amazing thing about beach vacations. You get to explore this whole underwater world. Coral reefs, tropical fish, sea turtles. It's like visiting another planet.
I have to admit, that does sound pretty incredible. I've never been snorkeling, actually.
Really? Oh, you've got to try it. It's absolutely mind-blowing the first time you put your head underwater and see all that marine life.
Okay, you're making me curious now. But let me tell you about something you probably haven't experienced. Campfires in the mountains.
Oh, yeah?
Picture this. After a long day of hiking, you're sitting around a cozy campfire, roasting marshmallows, telling stories, and looking up at this incredible starry sky that you can actually see because there's no light pollution.
That does sound pretty magical.
Right? And there's something so peaceful about being disconnected from everything. Most mountain areas don't have great cell phone reception, so you're forced to just be present in the moment.
I don't know if I'd call that a good thing. What if there's an emergency?
Well, obviously, you take safety precautions and let people know where you're going, but I think there's something really valuable about taking a break from social media and emails and just focusing on nature.
You know what? I can see the appeal of that. But here's my thing with beach vacations. They're just so much more social. You meet people, you play games together, there are beach bars where you can hang out.
That's true.
Mountain hiking seems kind of solitary. Like, what if you want to relax with friends or family?
Oh no, that's not true at all. Some of my best memories are hiking with friends. There's something really bonding about conquering a challenging trail together. You encourage each other, share snacks, take funny photos.
Okay, I guess I never thought about it that way.
Plus, there are mountain resorts with spas, restaurants, even ski lifts if you don't want to hike. It's not all about roughing it in the wilderness.
All right, you're making some good points here. But can we talk about food for a minute? Beach destinations usually have the most amazing seafood.
Oh, that's so true. Fresh fish, shrimp, lobster.
Exactly. And there's nothing quite like eating fresh ceviche or grilled fish while watching the sunset over the ocean.
Okay, you definitely win on the seafood front, but mountain areas often have great local specialties too, like hearty stews, fresh trout, local cheeses.
True.
And there's something so satisfying about a warm, filling meal after a day of outdoor activity. Plus, s'mores around the campfire. You can't beat that.
Okay, I'll give you s'mores. Those are pretty great. But what about convenience? Beach vacations are just so easy. You pack some sunscreen, a good book, maybe a beach chair, and you're set.
That is definitely more convenient, I'll admit. Mountain trips do require more planning and gear.
Right. With mountains, you need hiking boots, layers of clothing, maps, maybe camping equipment. It's a whole production.
But you know what? I actually enjoy that planning process. Researching trails, checking the weather, making sure you have everything you need. It builds up the excitement.
You're a very different person than I am, Gabby. I prefer my vacations to be as stress-free as possible.
And that's totally fair. I think that's what makes this such an interesting debate. We're both looking for different things in a vacation experience.
Exactly. You want adventure and challenge, and I want relaxation and ease.
Although, you know what? After listening to you talk about beaches today, I'm actually kind of tempted to try a beach vacation. That snorkeling thing sounds really cool.
Really? And I have to say, that campfire under the stars thing you described sounds pretty amazing too. Maybe I've been too quick to dismiss mountain vacations.
You know what? Maybe the real answer is that both types of vacations have their own special magic. It just depends on what you're looking for at that moment in your life.
That's a really good point. Sometimes you need that peaceful, challenging mountain experience, and sometimes you just want to chill out by the ocean. Oh, and here's another thing I love about beach vacations, the variety of beaches you can choose from. Tropical beaches with palm trees and crystal clear water, rugged coastlines with dramatic cliffs, quiet, secluded coves.
So, what do you think, listeners? Are you team mountain or team beach? Or maybe you're like us and you're starting to see the appeal of both. That's actually a great point. And mountains have that same variety too. You've got the rolling green hills of places like Vermont, the dramatic rocky peaks of Colorado, the misty forests of the Pacific Northwest. Each mountain range has its own personality and character.
Yeah, let us know on social media. We'd love to hear about your favorite vacation experiences and why you prefer mountains or beaches.
You know what, Gabby? This conversation has actually made me realize something. Maybe I've been avoiding mountain vacations because I was thinking about them the wrong way. I was always imagining them as these super intense, exhausting experiences.
Thanks for listening to today's episode of English with Confidence. Remember, the best way to improve your English is to practice having real conversations, just like the one Pedro and I had today. Right. And honestly, I think I had the same problem with beach vacations. I always thought they would be boring or that I'd feel guilty just lying around all day. But the way you describe it, there's actually so much you can do.
We'll be back next week with another fun topic to discuss. Until then, keep practicing and stay confident.
Exactly. And you know what crazy idea just popped into my head? What if there was a way to combine both experiences? Like, what if you did a vacation where you spent a few days in the mountains and then a few days at the beach?
Bye, everyone. Oh my gosh, that's brilliant. The best of both worlds. You could start with a few days of hiking and fresh mountain air and then finish up with some relaxing beach time to recover from all that activity. That sounds like the perfect vacation.
And there are actually places where you can do that, like California. You could spend time in the Sierra Nevada mountains and then drive down to the coast. Or even somewhere like Costa Rica, where you've got volcanoes and mountains inland and beautiful beaches on both coasts.
Now you're talking. I'm already starting to plan my next vacation in my head. Maybe this whole debate wasn't about choosing sides after all. Maybe it was about opening our minds to new possibilities.